Okay. Okay, so we have some new shoulder exercises today. We'll do it unloaded and then load up and do 2 sets of those. And then we have just a 2-part pattern. And you need some lateral space. So let's figure out how much space we're going to use as we start our warm up. Let's stand up and do a step and a tap. So I never know how much room you actually have. Tuesday, we did a grapevine, and this will be a double grapevine. So you'll need a little bit of space. So let's just see how that goes. 2-step right, 2-step left. So remember, you make it a grapevine by stepping back. There you go. Now if I did 2 grapevines in a row, I do 2 to the right, so I go, and then I go again, then I go back to the other way. So I'm going a little slower. So if you just did this, that's the other way to do it. But do you have enough space? Can you take bigger strides? That's about as far as I go. 4. So you count to 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, tap 8. And it's always the step back, not across. So I'm not going like this. I'm just stepping back a little bit. And you can forego that and just do the 2-step twice. So here's step together, and then step together again. All right, just march in place. So did you have enough space there? Because that's the parameters we're going to need. Okay, let's start with a little mambo with the right foot forward and back. So if I see any latecomers coming in, I'll go over there and allow them in. So I'll keep an eye on you. You keep an eye on me. One more. I'll choose your left foot forward. Left foot forward, left foot back. Just kind of getting warmed up. Seeing how we're feeling. Doing the lubrication 4 more times. Then you'll go back to your march with your right leg and pick up your knees in front. Pulling in the belly, standing tall, working on our posture. Knee across if that doesn't bother your hips. See how that's feeling. Side to side, and cross your foot back. So again, it can just go back or it can go across, again, depending on how it's feeling. It's all about you. Don't you love that it's all about you? And bring your arms up to your chest. And then bring your heel up behind you. Heel up. And you're stretching out your thighs. Notice how your shoulders feel and don't let them hike up. Relax the neck and shoulders. Hold the arms up overhead. So you see how those arms are dropping down? It's the opposite arm dropping down to the opposite leg. Leave your feet apart, push across. So if too much twisting, just push straight ahead. Otherwise, reach across. Okay, hold your feet still, make it a lunge, so hands right here. So I'm bending into my knees. Notice how your knees are feeling today. It might be better to open your feet if that's bothersome to your knees. Lift your toes. And then shift your hips a little. So I'm going to hold the hips over to your left, bending the left knee, the right leg is straight, the hips are shifting out, top leg is back. A little bit of inner thigh stretch as well as the hip. Now go the other way. Right knee bending, left leg straightening, top shoulder pulling back. Nice side stretch. Let's take the right arm above your head, put the other hand on your side. As you push your hips out, lean over. So that top arm as straight as possible. This is not going to do it too well. If you need to modify, kind of go here so you can get this, or modify. But otherwise, stretch out. And let's go the other side. Left arm up. Push your hip. Stretch over. So I'll remind you to breathe because that's in my job description. Let's do a little hula motion as we go around the island. Go into a hukilau. And I'm going to go the other way. This helps you engage your transversus abdominis. And it kind of notices how's your back feeling today. Okay, let's go a little hip flexor stretch. So you move your feet more hip distance. Put one foot back, won't matter which one. I'm going to show it from the side. Both of my knees are bent. I push my hips forward of the leg behind me, lift up my chest, and maybe that's enough. Maybe you need to like anchor yourself onto a wall or onto a chair. And then some people like to put an arm up and lean over. So the whole objective is to open up the top of the back leg. Release, and let's go the other side. So the other foot goes back, both knees bend, push your tush, lift the chest. This could be enough, but if you like your arm up, you put your arm up and maybe lean over a little bit. We want this strong, but we also want it flexible enough to use it and not make us pull over so we're upright. Let's go right into the hamstring. So toe out, hips back, chest forward. Notice the straight spine or the neutral spine. So as I'm pushing back my bum, I do feel the back of my extended leg. And my hands are really giving support to my back so I can focus on the back of the leg. Tighten your belly as you come up and switch legs. The hips go back, the chest goes forward. Oh. Hang out a little bit. It's called a passive stretch. Tighten your belly as you come over and roll the ankle around, like not roll the ankle in a bad way, but roll the ankle around. Feel free to move your wrist a little bit. And then we'll do the other leg, moving it around a few times. You can pick it up if you want to do it that way. Okay, give me a little volume from my music here, and we'll start our pattern. So it'll start to the right, it's a step out and then crossover pause. Oh, there was a noise here, it scared me. Did I look startled? I don't know what it was. Step out and cross over. You can put a little weight on that foot. So let's have the arms open and cross in front just like that leg is. Now what if you wanted to add a little shuffle? Could you? Sure, you could shuffle. That might feel a little fast for you. So if that's not in your wheelhouse, just step out and step across. Okay, let's take the arms out of it for a minute. Step side and go back this time. Side, back. So there's a little pause when you go back. Some of us might want to make it like a ball change, put a little weight on that back foot. Arms go behind after they go side. Keeping that chest open and the belly in. You think a little shuffle? Shuffle. So you decide if you feel you can safely pick those feet up, because some of you might be on carpet. One more and then we'll go to a march. So let's march. That's part one. Part two is that double grapevine. So again, watch your space, 2 grapevines. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 is the count. So you'll see me embellish a little when I bring my feet together after the first grapevine. I might do a little hop there. Double grapevine. There you go. Get down on it and let's do it. So it's only part of the part two. Is it working out? You have enough space? You may need to amend. So if you're just doing the steps, okay, ready for the next part. Do 1 double grapevine, tap your left foot out and back like this. Just like this. And eventually this just is done twice. But look at us go now. Now the part after this is a rocking horse. You're going to step back on that left foot and lift up your right knee and then go back and forth like a rocking horse. Here it is. And in the combo, this is only done twice. But notice how the repetitions helps your body learn it well. Pick up that knee. Lean the body back in front to engage a little more in your core. Maybe your heart rate is starting to go up a little. 2 more and we'll do the double grapevine to your left. Here it is, double grapevine. Tap your right foot back. It's the same thing we did on this side, but it's on the other side. Pump those arms. My standing knee is a little bent. Engage your hips. 4 more, and then we do the rocking horse by stepping back on your right foot. So we have the double grapevine, the tap out, and the rocking horse. So I'm pushing you on speed, but I still want you to move large as possible. Instead of down here, see if you can really pick those legs up. Okay, double grapevine to the right. Tap back. Step back and rock your horse. 2 more. Grapevine twice to your left. Tap out. Step back and rock that horse. We're in 4s, right? 2 more. Double grapevine right. Let's go. Tap your foot back. Step back and rock. 2 more. Double grapevine left. Tap right foot out. Step back, rock that horse. There you go. Double grapevine to your right. Push the leg out. Step back and rock the horse. Do you think we're ready for 2s next time? Perhaps. Double grapevine left. Right foot back, 4. Step back, rock the horse, 4. So we'll try the 2s, we'll see how it goes. Double grapevine right. 2, step or push back. 2, rocking horse. Go. 2, tap back. Rock front leg, back leg, now go 2 grapevine. 2, tap out left foot. Step back, rock up, rock back, now go. 2, tap back right foot. Rock that horse. Grapevine, go left. Right, my left. 2, push out. Step back, rock, and go left. Double grapevine. 2, tap. Step back, rock, a few more times. Grapevine. Left foot, 2, tap. Step back on the left. Now go right. Go with your left. I'll get it. Go this way. How about that? 2, tap. Step knee up, heel up, and then grapevine. 2, back. Stay here, step touch. Okay, should we pause for a little refreshment? Grab your water. Clear your mind. We'll get back to it. Okay, so you should feel like you're getting a little warmed up. If I put the 2 together and do this, and then do this, then I'm ready, let's see, then I'm ready to do the grapevine, one part into the other. Here we are. Step out and cross. We'll do this a few times. Step out and cross back. 2 more. So here's your double grapevine to the right. 2 taps out. Rock horse back in front. Grapevine other way. 2 tap back. Rock. Step out, cross over. Cross back. Again, cross front. Cross back. Here's the double grapevine. 2 push out, yeah. Step back, rock the horse, double grapevine. 2 push out. Rock back and forth. Step out, hold. Front. Back. Do front again. So we go in front one way, then the other. Then go back. Double grapevine. 2 push out. Step back, rock the horse. Double grapevine. 2 push out. Step back, rock your horse. Now step out, hold, cross front. You got it. Go back. Do it again. And go back. Double grapevine. Push out 2 times. Rock that horse. Other side grapevine. So I'm going to change it a little. Steps will be the same. Rock that horse. Step outside and hold. In front. In back. Do it again. So I'm not going to do the grapevine on the other side. I'm going to instead go to step out and hold. Double grapevine. 2 push out. Rock that horse. Step out and hold. In front. In front. Now behind. Let's do it again. So I didn't go right to the other side grapevine. I went back to the beginning of stepping out and holding. Now double grapevine to your left. 2 push out. Rock that horse. And let's Let's pause here. So after you do your rocking horse, you're gonna go back to the beginning on each side. So after the rocking horse, take it from the top. 4, 3, 2, we go. Trying to keep the music soft because I know it can be loud. Double grapevine. 2 push out. Rock back front. Step out, hold, cross in front. Yeah? Now cross behind. Now the double grapevine. Now the 2 tap. Now rock back, you're gonna go to the beginning, step out, cross forward, and backward, and double grapevine right. You can pop it. 2 push out. Step back, rock horse. From the top, step side hold, and behind. 2 grapevine left. Push off. Step back, rock horse. From the beginning, step out, hold, front. And back. Double grapevine. 2 push off. And rock. We're at the beginning. Now the behind. Double grapevine. 2 push off. Rock that horse. Last time, step out, cross front. You got it? Go back. And the double grapevine. With the 2 push off. Step back, lift the knee. From the tops, cross front. Back. Double grapevine. 2 push off, almost there. Rock that horse, stay here, squat. So watch, I'll get a little closer in front of you. The foot that goes out comes out and comes back in. And it's not a lunge. The weight is equal with both legs. It's going back. And depending on how you're feeling, you may want a little support by putting your hands on your thighs. You want maybe a little more challenge, put your elbows. Now hold it on your left, 3 counts. 1, 2, other side. 1, 2, 3, come up, other side. 3, 2, 1, and you're up. And you're up. And you're up. And we're going to get into some sustained forward and back lunges, and it might be helpful to have a chair nearby. Okay, use your right foot, step forward. Weights on the front heel. You can have your arms in front, out to the side. Now leave your back foot, step back with your front foot. So now you have the other leg in front, and it was the right leg that moved. See from the side? Doesn't have to be so deep. Honor your knees. Back foot's going to step forward again. Here we go. Step the front foot back. Remember, your legs are at hip distance. And we go back to the single squats. Go right first. And up. Yeah, leg killers. Weight equal on both legs. Stand equal on both legs. 3, hold it. Other side. Be sure you're coming all the way up. Don't shortcut yourself. Now using your left foot, step forward into that lunge and hold it. Weight in your front heel. Moving your front leg to the back. Both knees are a little bent. Try it again, move the back leg forward. Just little pulses. Front leg now moves to the back. Ooh. We have one more set. Be tough. Single squat, left first. Challenge yourself. So maybe this is better, but if you can, go for this. Hold for 3. Up, up, hold for 3. Up, up. Last time. Okay, it's going to be your right leg takes a step forward for the lunge. Moving your front leg to the back, still a lunge. Little balance, huh? Back heel is up. Forward foot. Step back. Now, make sure there's room behind you because I want your front leg to now go back. Front leg goes back. Stand tall. Stop yelling at me. Step forward. One more. Stop yelling at me. Step back. Last time forward. Come on. Load the heel. Don't feel your knees. Last 4, 3. March in place. Well done. Jelly legs. A few swift kicks to the derriere. Yeah. Hopefully we felt that. All right, feel free to get some water. And I'll show you the new lateral raise. So without weights while you're drinking, you consider stand. The arms come up from here to here. The elbows go up here. The arms go out there. And they slowly come down like the lid of a self-closing garbage can. Bending the elbows, lifting the elbows without hiking the shoulders up, extending from the elbow, and slowly lowering down. Can be done seated or standing with or without weights. But now that you've seen it, put your water down and let's do it together. Okay, hands are by your side, the palms are in. Bend your elbows, lift your elbows, straighten your elbows, lower down. So you really want to take care to get good form here, because when we load, it will feel like work. Notice the going down is much slower than everything else. So it's up, it's out, it's open, and then lower. One more. Got the pattern. Shoulders down. And release. Now, we can start with heavy weights for the first set and then go to light, or you can start with light and go to heavy. You choose. I'm going to pick up my yellow. My theory is I always want to do the hardest one and get it over with first. Again, you can sit in your chair, but I'm going to stay standing. The palms are in. Let's do a test run. Let's just see if you even want weights at all. We'll do a set of 6, and then we'll do a second set of 6. Now, I may keep these or I may go load off a little bit. Belly in, here we go. Lift the elbows. Open the arms. Lower down. How'd that go? Bend the elbows, lift the elbows, open the arms, and come down. Halfway here, lift the elbows, blow, and down. Bend the elbows, lift the elbows, straighten the elbows, 2 more times. Bend, lift, open. Now think about whether you want to drop the weight, add the weight, or keep what you've got. I'm going to count to 4 and then we'll begin again. 1, 2, 3, second round. Bend the elbows, Lift the elbows, straighten the elbows, lower down. Careful, the coming down is slow, eccentric. It's that lid closing slowly with control. Halfway there. Tighten your belly. Get that core involved. Two more, hang on. One more. And offload any weights that you might have, and if you have tubing, grab your tubing. This one we've done. It's going to be a little easier, because if you don't have tubing, you won't hold weights. We've done this one before. I'm going to just hold it a different way. So, here, lift the back heel, bend the front knee, pull the elbows back. So I might want to grab a little closer. Here's my new grip today, that you know you can always do this and hold it this way. This one's a little better for hands that are cranky. So I'm going to go like this. You can face me. The arms don't go over the head, they're just forward. So I lift the heel, the arms are up, lower the heel, the elbows try and touch. So this first round, you see, is on the slower side, isn't it, right? And if you wanted to do it in the chair, yes, you could. Pull the elbows back. The tubing comes right to your collarbone. Don't go too low with it. Two more. And when I switch legs, I'm going to go faster. So hold it here, switch your legs. I'm going to face this way. Now I'm going to go faster, but doesn't mean you have to. Begin. Low. Sweat running down my backside. 4 more, let's do this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now you have a choice. For those of you with tubing, you're gonna hold one handle. So if it's in your left hand, you're gonna step off the tubing with your right leg, because we're gonna be doing a row. So here's me making sure I'm standing on this, and here's me resting on my leg, and here's me pulling the tubing to my hip. So if it was too slack, I wouldn't get much out of it. So I may need to step closer to the handlebar to really get that pull. Now if you don't have tubing, or you'd rather not use tubing, you take a weight. I've chosen my heavy one. You use opposite leg to brace on, back of the chair, seat of the chair. Square your shoulders so you're not cockeyed, and we all do our rows. Okay? Everybody got something going? 4, 3, 2, begin. Now hold it up and pulse at 3. 1, 2, 3, release, but don't relax. So when it drops down, don't let it go below where it began, like dropping down here. That tells me your back is getting involved in more than just a supportive way. 1, 2, 3. Wow, I'm almost glad I picked up this heavy one. Last 2. Last one. Now be careful as you transition. If you've got tubing, it should be slack before you take your foot off of it. Same setup, other side. Strong core. Let's go. Chin up. You gotta blow. And here comes the pulsing part. Pulse, 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 release. So that eccentric contraction, that means the muscle's working to straighten with resistance. So control, don't let gravity win the battle. Strong core. You may notice a discrepancy between one arm being able to do more than the other. I say 2 more. Here's your last one. And we're gonna take the weights or tubing out of your hand. And we're gonna do plank walks. Now these can be done on the floor. They can be done at a counter. I have to do mine on the wall because that gives me the longest amount. So you know a plank, right? Here or on your knuckles. So it's not same arm as leg. We used to do these when we worked out together in person. So I'll move the feet first, the arm second. So the arm here, yeah, hold on. I move. Foot, arm, foot. Wait, let me figure this out. What was it? Let me do it on the wall. Watch my backside. Oh, there it is. Okay, duh. So when I move the right leg, I'll move the left arm in. When I move the right arm out, left leg. Yeah. So it kind of makes sense, but it's not same arm, same leg. When your feet are apart, your arms will be together. When your feet are together, your arms will be apart. And you may not have as much wall space as I do. So you may be doing 2 one way, 2 the other. So let me show you from the floor, for those who would, go to the floor. My feet are together. So when I step in, my hands are together, my feet are out. So play with it. When your arms are apart, your feet are together. When your arms come together, your feet are apart. And just do as many as you can one way and do the other way. I have a counter, I have a table. Do here. You should be leaning on your hands. All you get to see is my backside here, and my table is off to the side. Okay, give yourself just a little bit more to process, and then we'll come back. You consider stand for the next one. Here, I will show you. Yeah, I got a little out of breath. Opposite elbow to opposite hip. If I try and do that, I have to really contract across my body. But I'm going to work a little on balance and let my hip come up with the help of my leg. So when my leg comes up, my hip is lifted a bit. So I will do I'm not thinking elbow to knee. That doesn't give me as much obliques as I would like. Now, if you find that this is too much, take a chair and do the same thing from the chair. 12 on one side, 12 on the other. Set yourself up. Let's begin. Low. Two more. Pause here. Other arm up. Let's go. Hip and shoulder. Halfway there. And that's it. Let's do a little relax the back. And here we're going to go to hamstrings and biceps. So you can do two hands if you think your balance is good today as you do this motion. You see it's just my toe touching. I'm not putting weight back on it. There's a difference. So this, then we'll switch legs. But if you feel like you need to hold on to a chair, you'll do one weight and one leg. So let me get my, oh gosh, she's gonna try the big boy. I'm trying the big boy. So if I needed to balance, opposite leg, the leg that's gonna do the hamstring curl will be the one that I hold on to something. See how I pitch forward? And I'll just do one arm. Then I'll have us take a break and do 12 more. So you can do two arms, one leg 12, two arms, the other leg 12, or one arm 12 with one leg 12 and switch. I guess I'm gonna go with one arm. So sit yourself up, tighten your core, here we go. Four more. All right, let's go the other side. So I put the weight in the other hand, I start the other leg. The leg that's behind is the arm that supports. Let's go. One more. Okay, set your weights down. Triceps. Now, here's some options for those with tubing. My always favorite, over the shoulder, one hand, one arm, straighten the elbow. I like that one. But for those who say, you know, I can stand up tall and put my hand behind my head, some people have to do this, so this would not be your exercise in that case. You're up nice and tall. The other hand is grabbing down below, and I do both arms. But you have to make sure your hand can come back behind your head, not this. Can it be done seated or standing? Sure. You could do it out at the edge of the chair, or you could do this. And for those of you who say, but I don't have a tubing, so you consider stand, put your weights here. And again, we'll do two sets of 12 per arm. So you could do one arm and alternate them. Two sets of 12. If you're doing one arm, that's twice. So I'm gonna do the tubing. I'll do both my arms. You figure out what you want to do? I'm here. Here you go. 12, 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, or this one, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, pause for a moment. Go to the other side if you're on one arm. If you're doing this kickback with two arms, just rest a minute. Okay. Second set of 4. Let's go. 12. Last 4. Just showing you. Okay, go back to your first side if you're using one arm. If you've got the 2 weights, which I'll move to, you just keep going. Okay, you're back to your first side. 12 it is. Two more. Okay, for those of you using tubing, switch to the other side. Either using both arms or the one. For those of us doing the weights, we just do it again. If you're doing one arm, just be careful. Come back to your pocket. I'm not saying this is bad. It just leads to swinging, so I'd rather us not do it. Hands at your hips. Okay, last 12. Four, 3, almost there. 2, 1. Okay, let's put the weights down in a safe place. And we'll go to a little stretching. I think it's good to go to a little stretching, huh? Go to a little stretching. So you can take a seat. Let me move my chair up here. I think we should start with the triceps, don't you? So let's take any arm, pat your shoulder, and then guide the elbow up. If you feel this now, I say you did a good job. If you don't feel it, I kind of question whether you either need more weight or you could have done something a little different. So just hold that stretch. Just hold that stretch. That feels good. Release. Let's go the other tricep. Up it goes. Oh. I'm glad I got this workout in because I'll be sitting on a plane and it's a bit windy. You know what that means. Have your barf bag nearby. Okay. Try and reach the hands behind you and grab them. If that doesn't happen, at least grab the back edges of the chair, sit up nice and straight and draw those shoulders back. So I want an artificial opening to the front of the body. I always tend to do more strengthening for the back and more stretching for the front of the body. Because I know how we live in our bodies. All the things that we do with our hands in front, like eating and reading, driving, all those things make us start to round forward. So let's strengthen the muscles in back and stretch the muscles in front and help us keep good posture. All right, so then I'll go to my hip stretch. So should be sitting down, but you could do this. Try not to use your hands as you elevate the ankle onto the thigh. And remember, some people fudge a little by moving the leg inward. So do the best you can to do this without the knee coming in. I think I moved my knee a little. Okay, that was a little more core challenge. Grab hold, lift up. If you say, oh, too much for me, just cross at your ankles. We'll be fine. So you're sitting nice and tall, and then you hinge forward. And this one's really good for back and hips. And some people have sciatic issues and very tight piriformis, and there's so many things that just can be in the wrong place And we need to make sure that they have their full complement of motion as well as nice strength. Okay, let's go the other side. Again, try not to use the hands or move that stationary knee as you put the ankle on. It's okay to lean back a little bit. Grab hold, lift up. If you prefer, cross at the ankles. And then keeping that hinge, bring forward. Could you relax through the neck and shoulders? It's hard to move your head when you're all locked up like this, so see if you can move your head around a little bit as you're hinging forward. And as you come up nice and tall, a little side stretch, so feel free to stand up if you'd rather. This is like what we did earlier, but you can stay in the chair, lift up the ribs nice and tall, shift over, and then just see where your range of motion is after your workout. Might this be a little easier? It should be. Is your arm coming in alignment with your ear? It should be. Maybe you're not quite there yet, but that would be your hopeful. Now I'm going to let the arm come in front. It's going to drop down in front of me. A little popping and cracking in my shoulder. Coming up, put this foot in, put that foot out. Lift up nice and tall, shift over, reach out, lift up, because that feels so good. We deserve some nice stretching. Here's where you can ascertain whether each arm and side feel the same. This arm feels different to me. How about you? Does one arm feel like it just doesn't want to easily go as far? Maybe this is something we should spend a little more attention and time to. And then release. If you're up, come on into the chair and sit with your back in the chair so that you can lift up your feet. I got my white shoes on today so you can see my feet, yeah? So we're going to do a little bit for our ankles. Make sure you're not rounded, where my flowers are all folded over. Let's keep them fresh like they just blossomed. Can't wait to go home and see what my yard's like and how much the deer have eaten. So my feet will go back and forth. I'm showing you with my hands in case you can't figure out. That's what my feet are doing. Now if this bothers your back, put one foot down and just do one foot up. But by using the back of the chair, you should be giving yourself all the support you need. Now one foot forward, one foot back, so. Now on your own, you can circle the legs at the ankle in a circle together, or you could have them go in opposition. I don't know, whatever makes sense to you, make them go one way, and then make them go the other way. And this may seem like silly stuff, but really it helps us with our balance and negotiating uneven surfaces. You know, like when we're out hiking or walking and, okay, let's hold the feet down. Let's do a little bit for the wrist. So I'm just moving my wrist around and I'm working with the fingers. And again, this may seem non-essential. I'll scoot up so I get a little closer with you guys. It may seem non-essential, but for those of us who have arthritic issues, moving is very important because those hands will start locking down. Make sure you go a few times one way and then a few times the other way. That's been part of my self-therapy for that wrist issue, which they just say is inflammation. So what's a girl to do about that? Did you know that there's good inflammation and then too much inflammation? Inflammation is what happens when your body is healing itself. So, you know, you get cut and everything, all those white blood cells rush to like heal you up a little bit. So you want that response, so you don't want to diminish it altogether. But too much when your body is trying to fight it all up because of sugar or arthritis or whatever. Okay, flex and make a fist. That's where we start having complications. So moving through it. Someone years ago, when I first started teaching in the 80s, who had a lot of arthritis in her body, said it hurt when she did things, but it hurt worse when she didn't. And I've always taken that under advisement. So notice your own hands. So I notice that my left hand can close. See, I make a fist. And this hand struggles, but I've been moving it a little bit, so I have pretty good success right now. But, you know, give me an hour for things to stiffen up and my hand might not close. So this is what you get with warmth and circulation. You get more range of motion. And you know, when it's cold, things stiffen up too. So if you just walk along, provide a little, see, you can rub your hands, your fingers, your joints to promote some warmth, or doing this, and then see if you can get those hands to work again. Yeah. As to the feet, just put your feet in someone's lap and ask them to rub. I don't know, it might work out a little bit. Let's stand up and do a little for our calves. So as you come up and stand, you don't have to hold on to the chair, but I will show you what happens with the feet at hip distance. The toe goes back and I sink the back heel down. So I'm not pushing on the chair or the wall, I can just do this standing up here. I'm sinking the heel down while I'm lifting my spine up. I'm assessing good postural alignment. Yeah, what do I say? Posture up. So not letting the shoulders fall forward, but more importantly, not letting the chest fall forward. I have to remind my mom to stand up straight. And it was my dad, for all of my years, who told me to stand up straight. Here's that cycle, right? Switch legs. So toe back, heel down, front knee bent, belly in. All these things that when you're living your life, you don't think about all this stuff. Pelvic floor. So holding your stretches is something that is required as well. There's like a mechanism where the body goes, oh, I see what you want me to do. You want me to get longer. Doesn't happen just like with a quick little thing. And then for a little balance, put either one foot forward, one foot in front of the other, or one foot across. Now, you've got your chair here, so if you need it, you hold on to it. And then if you can, lean a little forward. So I can put two hands down. If I were this way, I might hold on to the chair. And notice where you feel the stretch. It should be mostly the leg of the back. So even with your feet one in front of the other, you feel the hamstrings. And when you come up, you're going to position the other leg. So here's this leg either in front, and then I'll go forward or over and go forward. For those who can easily cross and not feel that they're going to be at risk, and then you go forward. Good time to breathe. As you come all the way up, let's move those shoulders around. Make sure your blood pressure is copacetic. Take a breath in. Breathe out. Roll the shoulders around. And let me applaud you all. Well done, everyone.